And let's share the screen. All right. Okay. Can you guys see Visual Studio Code?
Got it.
All right. So we're opened up in the container. Um, Jason, I realize you haven't seen any of this. If you're going to do a Docker container in Visual Studio Code, you do it a little bit different than if you're doing it by a command line. You create this thing called you do a .dev container file, and then you do dev. That dot just means it's hidden. Uh, and you do a dev container.json file, and then a regular Docker file. Have you ever seen Docker before, Jason?
Yeah, I've used it a good amount.
Okay, cool. So we got our standard like Ubuntu image we're pulling from. We're installing Python and protobufs. I think we were trying to get that to work, or we did get that to work. I'm trying to remember. And then I had ChatGPT generate this the dev container .json file. We're doing a protobuf example here. We have syntax proto3 string. Okay, and what we were trying to compile it. Okay, so let me go to ChatGPT and see what we got here. Protobuf example in Python. Pip install protobuf 3. Okay, so we were trying to compile. That was the issue last time. And do you guys remember if I did get that compiled? For some reason I think I did. I'm gonna try to pip install it real quick. Oops. Copy. Paste. All right, so it is installed. Now I think we had to run the example. And this was the example. Um, 3 example.
Yeah, you have to convert it you have to compile your proto file.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what the command was to do that.
Uh,
Oh, it's here.
There you go.
There we go. Yeah, this is where I was getting an error last time. I remember. Okay. And that worked. And now we have another error. This call came from regenerated code is outdated, must be regenerated with protobuf 319. Downgrade protobuf package. So it's saying that we're using it out. We have too new of a protobuf issue. So I'm going to see what ChatGPT thinks about this. I'm going to tell it I don't want to downgrade. Mismatch stream protobuf you have installed in Python in the version of proto used to generate. Like you're likely running a recent version of protobuf package for the protocol is compiled using order protocol buffer regenerate. So let's see what protocol buffer we have. We have version 3.12.4. So we're not going to do brew.
Yeah.
We're in. How do I update proto for? Wait. Probably just a new version of proto that was here.
It didn't seem to update.
Oh, did it not?
Mm-mm.
Oh, to update, run this.
Now update your pip.
Defaulting to user initialization because normal site packages is not writable. Requirement already satisfied. Interesting.
Yeah.
Downgrading
Downgrading will be the fastest, to be honest.
Yeah.
It looks like you need to do. Yeah.
So when I do dash dash version, but it is great like learning experience, everyone.
Yeah.
Dash dash version. I'm on. That's the root of the issue. It's too old to upgrade.
Mhm.
No. How do I upgrade on Ubuntu? That's what I want. It keeps thinking I'm in Max because that's originally what I talked about. We're going to wipe it with apt remove. Oh, dude, this was like last time I didn't have a sudo user installed.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Now I remember this happening because I somehow
How's that possible?
it was really weird. Watch this. So sudo is super easier, by the way. Just a rehash for everyone here. I don't know why that's not. Maybe I'm already in root or I'm already in root command. Yeah, that's not useful.
You had the run command in front of that apt update.
Oh, good call.
This directory.
This directory permission required. Yeah, and I don't have sudo.
Yeah.
Update the Docker files for right to add sudo. I go down here. We'll do it before the last, before we go into our working directory. We will do this situation. Right? And then we have to do this fancy rebuild the container. I might have to rebuild it without cache. I'm going to do Command Shift P, and I'm going to rebuild container without cache, which is going to take a hot second. But I'm doing this essentially to ensure that that sudo user gets installed. So Linux permissions are really odd. Maybe this is a good time to talk about Linux permissions for a second. So within Linux, you have a series of users. The very base user is called root, and the root user can do anything. They can break the machine, they can delete the any file, like they can do all kinds of stuff. You rarely ever run anything as root. Then there's the next layer, which is called sudo, which is super user. And so certain users have super user privileges, meaning they can access some of the functions of root, not all, but most, like deleting, protected files and things like that. And sudo-s. And then you have just regular users, and you can, add regular users kind of all day. Is there a password? I didn't really expect that. The default password. Because it's not my password. Oh, wait, maybe it is. Hold on. Forgot my password changes a little bit.
Is it password? Is it admin?
What is the default password for sudo? Most of containers use code. There's no password for sudo configured.
What the hell? If you're getting password prompt.
Okay, so just welcome to the hell that is trying to debug these things. Here is my Docker file. Here is my dev container. Please fix it. Please fix these. Wonderful.
Mhm. Interesting.
There it is. No password. Echo
Yeah.
no password bin all. And sudo ers. I don't know how people survived without ChatGPT with Docker originally. It was like just a nightmare.
It was a lot of time investment. That's what it was.
It was so much. Yeah, it was insanity. Okay, so we're rebuilding that container. Back up to what we were doing up here. We are going to upgrade. Right here, sprinkles. Remove the old, download the latest release, install it, compile it. Got it. Docker's great once you have your Docker file and have container fixed, but in the beginning, it's kind of a pain to figure out.
Ugh.
ChatGPT has a famed thing of giving you a different answer every time, too. Alrighty. Let's just verify there. All right. Anytime you see a hashtag in the beginning, you know you're now running as basically root or very close to. What am I doing there? All right, there's something a new terminal. Let's go there. Okay. Just run everything as sudo for now. Okay. So back to the main event here. We need to remove the old if it's there. Who knows? All right. That's done. Download the latest. Magic. Unzip and install the latest.
Did it put it into like a different?
I think it did.
It put it where you are now would be my guess. Where are you now?
All right. It installed it in a weird, or it downloaded to a weird place. Do I get it to download it? Oh, wait.
It's probably just where you are now.
No, it is where I am now. Why is it not? Oh, maybe the environment variable is not working. Cannot find zip file directory. The same says 3.14. So it says
Weird.
I'm gonna understand. So it's there, and it says cannot find .zip. Okay, so something's up with that. I didn't think .zip does it.
Yeah, that's weird.
Try a real hacky thing real quick. This will work, but you never know. Oh. That just worked.
Yeah, it did. Oh wait,
Signature not found. Dude, that's so odd. It's like at these points. So what I usually do at this point is when I'm having this big of trouble. Usually something with my commands is off. So I literally usually just kind of start fresh with ChatGPT and said like, "Hey, can you tell me how to?" Right, first off, I should check the version before that. I was gonna how to uninstall and reinstall, but I just want to double check what version I have because we redid the Docker container. So, oh, Protobuf's not in there because we did delete it. Okay. Help me install Proto C on Ubuntu.
They did the same thing, didn't they?
Yeah, but I'm not sure what those are.
My guess is the .zip ending to the variable prodoc underscore zip.
No, it's a signature within the file,
Oh,
right? Signature not found. So I did something hacky, and now when it tried to unzip it, it doesn't find the checksum signature.
yeah.
Export. Hold on. I'm going to the original command because I want to grab the error log. I gotta delete that hacky thing. All right. Now I do that. Now I have my original error log, and I want to grab that original error log. Sorry, Justin and Rachel. I hope this is entertaining
Always is. I
or
love seeing
informative.
ChatGPT in action.
Just copy and paste the whole.
I proved ChatGPT wrong the other day. It's pretty cool. I've been using it a lot more since these.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah. Well, I asked it about. I'm having some active fuel management issues on my truck, so I was trying to figure out which trucks didn't have active fuel management. And online, the Ford said that it did, and when I asked ChatGPT, it said that it didn't. And I was just like, "Are you sure? Like, what's your source?" And it said, "Actually, you're right. This is my source. Updating the database."
That's really fun.
Classic.
Yeah.
All right. So now it knows that there is an error there, something that's going to make her trajectory. Really thinks that that signature is not there. Wonder if I can tell it like ignore the signature. Only 9 bytes instead of the actual zip. This usually happens in HTTPS support. Where curl needed the following steps explicitly. Okay, well, we'll give it a shot, my friend. That worked.
What was it?
The TLDR is that it needed the full HTTPS GitHub link, basically.
Right. Okay.
And the signature was a TLS authentication error, meaning the S on the HTTP, I think.
Okay.
All right, next step. Unzip that. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That'll work. I'm stuck in a little bit of a loop here. Try downloading output with verbose or verbose. That's a good idea. The -V is verbose, and it gives you kind of the whole log when things are being downloaded. So I did it. I knew it. I knew it. It's something to do with like the signature. There's all these security layers built in. The function does not exist. Okay, like let's just go download this from the buff releases. So releases, Python. Is it the Protobuf compiler that I'm downloading? Give me a link to here for a release. Sometimes they can read the website and be like, oh, okay, here's an actual link. So again, it's only 9 bytes there, so something's up with that. All right, well, you guys got to see some debugging today. Hopefully I can fix that, and next time we'll be able to figure things out.